The ceasefire between Israel and Hamas does not look like it'll resume anytime soon.
No, for the second night in a row, Israel launched more attacks on Gaza overnight. Newsmax Middle East correspondent Zach Anders joins us live from Tel Aviv with the latest. Good morning, Zach.
Good morning to you. Israel returning to war against Hamas, additional airstrikes hitting overnight. This while the IDF issuing further evacuation notices that do indicate a return to fighting with ground forces in the south near Khan Yunis in that southern end of the Gaza Strip. We're seeing ground forces mass near that side of the border fence. But remember, there are still IDF troops that are in this area over the duration of that 2-month ceasefire. So the IDF could at any moment begin engaging with Hamas once again on the ground. New this morning, a Hamas representative in Cairo stating that, quote, Hamas has not closed the door on negotiations, but, quote, we insist there is no need for new agreements. Now, this is after Prime Minister Netanyahu gave his first public address since restarting the war. Take a listen.
Hamas refused offer after offer to release our hostages. In the past 2 weeks, Israel did not initiate any military action in the hope that Hamas would change course. Well, that didn't happen. While Israel accepted the offer of President Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, Hamas flatly refused to do so.
Tens of thousands of Israelis marched across Jerusalem and Tel Aviv throughout the day yesterday. We're expecting similar crowds today. They're protesting not just the return to war without securing the future of those hostages. Roughly 59 Israel believes are still there, but 24 of those are still alive. They're also protesting the firing of the Shin Bet chief, Ronen Bar. He's like the equivalent to the FBI director here in the States, because there is an active trial with Prime Minister Netanyahu, who's supposed to give a testimony in court this week. A lot of moving parts in the political scene, and that's what a lot of Israelis are frustrated about. The opposition coalition within this government is becoming more and more vocal at this stage. So within Netanyahu's own political base, there's quite a bit of interesting news that is being beat by the headlines of what is taking place militarily. Last night, we also had a Houthi ballistic missile fired at Israel. The Israelis say it was successfully intercepted outside Israeli airspace. But one of those things to watch for was that warning to the Houthis and to Iran that any future attack by the Houthis, whether it be on vessels at sea or on Israel directly, would be considered a direct attack from Iran with dire consequences, President Trump says. So that's something we're watching for, as well as across the Middle East. The U.S. continues to hit targets in Yemen, targeting the Houthis. A very busy week ahead, and we're continuing to monitor the latest.
All right, Zach Anders, thanks for that report live from Tel Aviv.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.